Hello and welcome to this video about the capture-recapture problem that you may get in the new GCSE maths. So what I want to do is go through how you solve a problem that does involve the capture and recapture method so that you are able to then complete this successfully in an exam. I'm going to show you two different ways in which you can do this. So here is an example and how it could look in an exam where you're told about a population of rabbits, and so a sample of 10 were taken from a wood and each one is tagged, that they're marked or in some way made easily identifiable if we wanted to see them again. They are then released back and then a second sample will be taken. This new sample here contained 30 rabbits, of which 5 had a tag from the original bunch that we sent back. Now this is enough information that you could estimate the population of rabbits in the wood. So what we need to know is how do we use this information, and what kind of assumptions would we be making in order to get an estimate for the population. So the first method I'm going to go through is using a formula. There is a standard formula that you can use to solve this problem. And that is that your population estimate is going to be your two sample sizes multiplied together, divided by the sample 2 tags, how many were identifiable in the second sample as having had the tag from the original sample. So if we use the numbers in this question, that's going to give us 10 times 30 divided by 5, which gives us a population estimate of 60 rabbits. Now this is all well and good if you can remember this formula, but if you can't remember the formula, then you're going to have to look at how you could solve the problem in a slightly different way. Now the second method that I'm going to go through relies on the idea of looking at this from a proportional point of view. And so when we had 5 out of the 30 rabbits in the second sample having a tag, that means that 1/6 of that sample was tagged. Now because we need to estimate the population, we're going to now assume that the original sample we took, those 10 rabbits we took at the start, is 1/6 of the original population. So if the sample was 1/6 tagged, then the whole population should be 1/6 tagged. So in which case the 10 rabbits, which is 1/6 of the population originally, that means that the population should be 60, 10 rabbits for each 1/6 of the population. Now you can think of this visually in that if we had in the second sample 5 out of 30 rabbits being tagged, then in order to get 10 rabbits tagged, which we had at the start, we'd need another 5 tagged rabbits, and to keep things in proportion, that means another 25, which we're not. And so this means that we can actually get a visual way of showing that the population should be about 60, or as an estimate should be 60. The final way that this can look, and some of the pupils that I taught preferred this, was to think about equivalent fractions. So 5 out of 30 rabbits in the second sample had a tag. Now in which case, if we tagged 10 rabbits at the start, so the numerators are the number of rabbits that were tagged, then the denominators should work equivalently and should be in equivalence, and so in which case we would get 60 rabbits in the population. So hopefully this video has helped out a bit with the idea of capture-recapture. It is fairly new in the GCSEs and there are also not that many questions on it, so you will have to dig around to try and find some. But hopefully this will help you have a go at these questions and be able to be successful. Thank you.